Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third grade. My name is Mrs. Nix, and I am so excited to be here with you. You know what I was just reading? This one's called, I'm Gonna Like Me, letting off a little self-esteem. And you know what? It's a good one, because even right here it says, I'm gonna like me when I don't run so fast. Are there some things that sometimes you're not very good at? That's okay. We can't be good at everything, right? But we can always try our best, and that's what it's all about. So I encourage you, pick up a book sometimes because they have some great self-esteem building reminders about that self-talk. It's okay to always be trying our best and maybe not be the best, right? All right, so third grade, let's get through and let's get started today. I love that I get to support you as you become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. We're gonna warm up our brains this morning. We're gonna look at some long vowel words and add some inflectional endings. I've got a little reading that we're gonna do today, and we'll finish off our day with compound words. You ready to start? Okay, so let's look at our high frequency words. Remember, high frequency words are those words that we really don't wanna be sounding out. We wanna just know them automatically. We want to be able to read them and write them. And as a third grader, we know if there's maybe a word or two that we need to practice that spelling. I know spelling isn't the most fun thing to do, but it does help us become amazing readers and writers. So put a little extra effort and try your best, right? Okay, so let's go through and look at these high frequency words. There's 10 of them we've been practicing this week. Let's read them together. Here we go. Best, be, better, been, before, blue, big, because, both, and black. Nicely done. Okay, so today we're gonna work on these two right here, big and because. Now third grade, I know I taught third grade for a lot of years, and I know that because is one of those words it's really hard to spell. And a lot of times it's because we don't pronounce it the way that it's spelled. When you look at because, it's actually spelled because. And if we said because, we might remember that A and U make the ah sound. Here in the Central Valley, oftentimes we say because, and we forget and we'll just put the U. So think to yourself, be that super smart thinker. Maybe you want to write this one down and study it a little bit. All right, the other word that we're going to practice today is big, and I'm hopeful that this one's going to be the easier of the two, right? Okay, let's get through over here and looking at our two sentences today. All right, I've got this first one. Read it with me. I love reading. I enjoy adventures. And our second sentence, I tripped and now my toe hurts. Well, I know that big is an adjective, and since I have a noun right here, I'm going to describe my toe. I know that that makes the most sense, right? So I tripped and now my big toe hurts. So let's see if because, I love reading because I enjoy adventures. And you know what, right now, I know third grade, it's a little bit difficult to have those adventures because we're all trying to stay safe. So a great way to have an adventure safely is through a book. So I encourage you, pick up a book and check it out. All right, let's move on. I have right here some sound spelling cards to remind me that this week we're focusing on those long vowel sounds. I have, for example, my 5 card with me to remind me that the long I sound can be heard in the middle of words like glide, or at the end of the word try. Did you hear that I sound? It's going to help you with spelling. Good. How about the boat card to remind us that that long O sound can be heard in the middle of words like soap, or at the end of a word like low. You hear the O? Good job. And then how about the tree one? Let's practice a couple of words that use that E, that long E sound. Maybe in the middle of the word like please, or at the end of a word like free. Did you hear that E sound? Good job. Today we're going to practice some words that have those long vowel sounds, and then we're going to add some inflectional endings. We're going to work on the ing and the ed, just like we've been doing all week. All right, so read with me. We have 3 different words to practice. We have ride, mute, and complete. Whew, that's a big, giant, long word. Good job reading that one today. So when we look at these words right here, we notice that they have that silent E at the end that makes their vowel say their name. When we go and we want to add an inflectional ending such as ing, which tells us it's happening right now. For example, ride, I want to change it to riding. She is riding her bike. I want to drop that E before I add ing. So look right here. Do you see it? Riding. Good job. Now, let's look over here. Do I say rided? No, I don't. This is an irregular verb. So to make it be in the past tense, I actually am going to change it, and it's going to say rode. She rode her bike. Nicely done. You guys are so smart. All right, so let's go down here and look at mute. We're going to talk about this word a lot, I think, right now with distance learning, right? So if we are muting our microphones while the teacher is talking, that means we're doing it right now. We want to drop that silent E before adding ing. Look at that. Now look, we have the word muting. If we've already done it and it's happened in the past, we muted. Remember, ed can say ed, d, or t. And muted, we drop the E and add ed. Just like that. Nicely done. Let's do one more. We have complete. If we're completing our homework on time, drop that E before adding ing. Even though that this is a really long word, it still had that silent E at the end. Nicely done. If our work is completed, makes the ed sound, completed, we're going to remove that E before adding ed. Now we have completed. Completing, completed. Nicely done, 3rd grade. Excellent job. I have a little bit of practice for us with some of these words. So we're looking for those long vowel sounds with the silent E or the final E at the end. All right, but remember, not just long vowel, but we want them with the final E. So look right here, read this sentence with me. Each summer, they camp at the lake. Well, each has the long vowel sound, but does it have the final E? It doesn't, so I wouldn't want to circle or I think it says underline the word. So I'm not going to underline that one, but lake has the long vowel sound and it has that final E. Let's do number 2. The plane should land at noon today. Today has the long A sound, but does it have that final E? Nope, so that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a long vowel sound with a silent E at the end. Does plane have the long A sound with the final E? It sure does. I'm going to underline it. Nicely done. Looking down below, I'm going to practice a little bit with our spelling today. So I am saving money to spend on vacation. Remember our rule. What do we have to do when we have saving? Do I keep my E, or do I need to drop it before I add the ing? Do you remember? That's right. So let's practice writing it right here on the line. S-A-V. I'm going to drop my E and add ing. Just like that. Good job. All right, last one. He tasted the broccoli and liked it. What do I need to do if I had the word taste? This one's got 2 E's. Does that look right? No, remember I want to drop that E before adding ED. So T-A-S-T, drop the E, and then add ED, just like that. Nicely done. All right, boys and girls, I have a story today about a bad dog. Oh no, bad dog. So this big bad dog is named Ed, and Ed happens to be very misbehaved. All right, so looking for those inflectional endings that we've been practicing all week, let's look and read it together. Bad dog. I have a big bad dog named Ed. Ed is not very well behaved. Look at him right here hanging out in the pond. Ed likes chasing my cat up a hill. Ed loves to get wet, and he can make a big mess when he is diving in a fish pond. Ed loves digging, and Mom got mad when he was hiding a bone and dug up her big red plant. Ed is a big pest, and it is best if he is locked in his fenced pen. The problem is that his yapping and whining is driving all of us nuts. Ed has never liked being by himself for a second. I am planning to take him on a run. If I biked beside him, he would get tired. Then he would be dozing instead of making a fuss. Nicely done. Did you see all those inflectional endings that we had in our story today? Yeah, we had chasing and diving. Remember, they're going to drop that E before adding those inflectional endings. So as you're reading today, make sure that you are looking for those inflectional endings and practicing those. All right, so boys and girls, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today as you're getting ready for school and eating that breakfast and getting so smart and ready to learn. Remember to share a really nice, kind word with your teacher today. I'm sure that they could use a little bucket filling today. And remember, you're responsible for your learning success. So ask the questions, listen, and share your ideas. Together, we can do so much more. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for